and please enjoy the show. Oh. Kind, we can't believe you. FBI, open up! Who are you? Oh no, that's Lamont. Who? You're that cringy YouTuber who makes Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Bingo! Someone give Rosie a gold star because she hit the nail on the head. Now, to stop you from giving your son a brutal punishment day, we're going to have ourselves a nice shadow game. Shadow game? Don't you usually go by the trading card game format? I normally do, but today I feel a little bit but today I'm feeling a bit violent. Kidding, no shadow. This is a shadow game, but you're not going to die by shadow game. Yes?
There's a flower bed.
Life points set at 10,000. And out to the shadow realm! So what's the punishment? You're about to find out. For each punishment, one of your allies will be sent to prison, or be sent into a punishment day. And here they are now. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Marquez and everyone else. Oh no. And I forgot to put Rosie up there. Don't worry, she won't be sent to prison. She'll be sent to juvenile detention and a foster family. Two, three, 4, 5. Let's duel! Not that you needed the handicap. You could beat me 2-on-1. But to show that I could be outnumbered, please allow me to change my life points. I'm first. I summon Punishment Soldier. And with that, I set 2 cards and end my turn. I set 2 cards and set 1 monster and end my turn. It is my turn. I draw! And to start this duel off, I activate the field spell Crimson Track. More on its effect later. Next, I activate this continuous spell Crimson Gaia from my hand. What did his card just do? Very good question, Cole Marquez from Roku Come to Beyonder. Whenever I play a card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend in its name, my field spell will gain 1 Red Dragon counter. Those counters won't come in handy now, but they'll come in handy later. Next, I special summon Crimson Resonator. Wait, wasn't Crimson Resonator's attack points 800? Yep, but here's my field spell's other ability. All Fiend-type tuner monsters gain 1. I mean, that was only his normal summon. He didn't eat up his normal summon yet. And since I special summon a Fiend-type tuner monster, I get an extra normal summon this turn. As long as I'm willing to pay it 500 life points. But since I have 12,000, I think that's worth the cost! You rang, boss? Now, by paying those 500 life points, I can summon... Actually, I don't think I'm going to. I activate the spell card Resonator Shockwave from my hand. By discarding 1 Resonator from my hand to the graveyard, I can draw 2 cards from my deck. As long as I'm willing to discard 2 cards from my hand to the graveyard this come next turn. And I'll set 1 card face down. Beep! Wait, that field spell just lit up. Could that face down be a card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend? It could, or maybe it couldn't. You'll just have to wait and see. Next, I tune Red Resonator with a Rain, R-A-N, the Labyrinth Servant. The Servant of the Labyrinth combines with the Servant of the Crimson King to bring forth the spirit of the Crimson King's fury. I synchro summon. Bow down in terror before Red Rising Dragon. Like we're scared of an overgrown lizard. Oh, my lizard is the least of your worries. Its special ability is what you should be worried about. Its special ability? Yep, its special ability, when it's synchro summoned, can bring one Resonator monster back from the graveyard. So I bring back Red Resonator. And then Red Resonator's effect activates. I gain 1050 life points immediately.
And turn the light up in the laundry room, please.
What? May I catch Caillou watching one of Ian's videos while grounded? Ian, what is his red resin... Caillou, tell us what his red resonator does. If you know, his red resonator allows him to gain half of a special summon monster's attack points. Meaning, Ian will gain back everything he just lost by playing his field spell. And more! Now I feel rejuvenated. I can finish what I started. I tune Red Resonator with Red Rising Dragon. The power of the King's servant will pulse through the earth in order for me to bring forth a conqueror that will leave you all in shivers. I synchro summon! Ascend! Scarlet! Red Dragon Archfiend! Crimson Track's effect automatically activates. Since I synchro summon a Red Dragon Archfiend monster, I can add one spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon I can add one spell or monster that lists Red Dragon Archfiend in its text. I can move one spell card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend to the top of my deck for me to draw next turn. But then, here's the kicker. My deck gets shuffled. So now even I don't know what I shuffled onto my top of my deck. Now even I don't know what I put on the top of my deck. And since I can attack on the first turn of a 3-on-1 duel, I end my turn. And since it's the end of my turn, since I have to pay for my field spell's nasty little side effect, I have to discard one card to my graveyard. I hope I discard the right one. Why did he just show us that? Because it's the harbinger of your undoing! By sending Vision Resonator from my deck to the graveyard, from my hand to the graveyard, I can add a spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend in its name. Now, I could add that spell card that I added to my deck. I could add that spell card that I foolishly shuffled last round. But I think I want to do something different. I add the trap Red Rain to my hand. But you'll see what Red Rain does later. We have to destroy that field spell. We don't know what his counters can do. Caillou seems to know. Caillou, spill it. Tell us what Ian's field spell can do. I won't. All you do is abuse me. So I want you to feel what it feels like. Now we boom, can't punish anything that's in a force field, can you? Caillou's is under my protection. But if you really want to know what all those counters are for, I'll be a nice guy and just tell you. Every standby phase, I can choose to do 2 effects. 1, add 1 Red Dragon one card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from my graveyard or deck to my hand, or burn you for 500 points of damage for every card in my hand. Then why do you have Crimson Gaia? That's for later. My turn. I activate this continuous spell, Wheel of Punishments. So now you have to spin the wheel. And determines on what it lands on, you have to do. Fine, not that I have to fear anything. Destroy one. I have to discard 1 card or lose a monster? Okay. I don't mind. Would have helped me anyway. What? You're treating your monsters like dirt. Actually, I'm not. My monsters are like my friends. And I know they'll come around for me in the end. Bring the hurt! Bring the hurt! Bring the hurt! Bring the hurt! What's going on? You're seeing dual monster spirits. As you can see, my Archfiend, as you can see, my Resonators, they're like my second family. They're like a second family to me. When I have my normal family, the cards in my deck, they feel like a second family. We all support each other in ways. Like a real family, they support each other, not give each other punishment days. That's something you never learned. But my Resonators, they are family. Yeah, and let's show what family can do. I agree. I'll set 2 cards and end my turn. Doris, what if Ian's telling the truth? His monsters don't give each other punishment days. They're not family. No, we're a supportive family. You're just a family that's overwhelmed in your sick little fantasies. I said one card and one monster and end my turn. Good. That means it's my turn. I draw! First, since I control a synchro monster, I special summon Synchron Resonator. Beep! Did his field spell just gain another counter? But why? Red zone. That's what he had face down. Next, I summon my faithful friend, Soul Resonator.
You rang?
Now let's do some more tuning. And by tuning, I mean double tuning. I double tune Scarlet, Red Dragon, Archfiend. The King's heartbeat pulses through the earth to bring forth a new Scarlet Terror. I synchro summon. Appear, my faithful friend, Heart Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Next, I activate my face down, Red Shuffle. With this, I can shuffle monsters from my field, from my hand, graveyard, or banish zone back into the deck. And then for each card shuffled, I draw a card. But here's the kicker. If any of them are tuner monsters, they go back to the... But here's the kicker. If any of those monsters happen to be tuners, they get added to my hand. But if there are any normal monsters, they get sent right to the graveyard. What just happened? His field spell blew up. Oh, it didn't blow up. It just let me play a new spell card. The field spell Red Coliseum. You see, when my track runs out of counters, it blows up. But not before activating its counterpart. Now I draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Wait, he drew 7 cards? Right, he shuffled 7 cards back into his deck. I teach math and that's some lousy math. Oh no, it's not lousy. It's actually good math. And they say Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't know how to do math. Next, I activate the spell Resonator Shockwave once again. By discarding Red Resonator, I can draw 2 cards. As long as I'm willing to discard 1 card at the end of my turn. You're resetting yourself up to do the same combo you did on us before. This combo's gonna be a bit different. I summon Crimson Resonator. My Coliseum's effect, allowing me an extra fiend. summon Bone Archfiend. Ah! Now, I tune them together! The king's heartbeat pulses through the earth to bring forth an all-new terrifying terror. Appear, Red Rising Dragon! And now, activate your effect again, my pet! But now, my dragon will leave. Because this next monster I have planned is about to make a big entrance. I synchro summon Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend! Now, tell me, how does Punishment Soldier like his body? Original recipe or extra crispy? Why would you ask that? Oh, no, just asking. So I can check for damage insurance. I activate the spell card, Absolute Power Force! This card basically spells the end. Scarlet, it doesn't matter which one we attack. We're gonna do some major damage either way. Eeny, meeny, miny, face down monster. Scarlet, at Molten Crimson Force! Punishment Giver's effect, didn't say the magic word, Behold King's Terror. When this card is activated, you can't activate... Oh, did I forget to mention something about Absolute Power Force? You didn't read the fine print! Absolute Power Force negates all spells and monster effects. So, have fun taking 6,000 points of damage! But I thought it was only meant to be 3,000? Wrong! Read the fine print! The damage gets double. It doubles Scarlet's attack points, deals piercing damage, and it doubles the damage you took. I'm having so much fun. Let's do it again. Wait, do it again? What do you mean by again? Scarlet only attacked. Oh, I knew I forgot something. My Coliseum. By sending one card in my hand to the graveyard, such as Red Rain, my dragon's allowed a second attack. Scarlet, cook up that Punishment Soldier on a grill. Molten Crimson Flare! I'm not a guy that likes to kick people when they're down, but I will. By not paying the desired 1,000 life points, my Coliseum gets nuked. As well as the field. Oops. And so does my hand. You seem happy happy your hand and field got nuked. And why is he laughing? He's lost it. No, I haven't. As a matter of fact, this duel's over. But I'm not the loser. You are. Because once this effect hits, each of us take 500 points of damage for every card that went pop. And I had a total of 3 cards. And you had a total of 2. That's that face down in that continuous trap. Each of them total a good chunk of life points. But there is a way to stop this. You just have to send a card from your hand to the graveyard. That would be if I didn't have this. Red insurance. I'm prepared for whatever sneaky tricks you may have in your graveyards. So don't try it. So, do you want to take your defeat lying down? Or do you want to prolong your suffering? Your pick. Because my resonators would love to say, hi! We choose to discard 1 card. Thank you! And now, all the cards we had in our hands and fields return. Well, except for my fields, though, but I don't need it. You sadly have 1 more turn to turn this around, or it's over. Of course, we can't do anything. We should just yield. We both yield our turns. And surrender? I'm not offering surrenders! A matter of fact, I'll only settle for absolute destruction! Destruction? Yep. You see, when I sent Crimson Track to the graveyard, it set off a bomb. And that bomb's been boiling in the Earth's core. So it's time to release it. Crimson Track, reactivate! Did you count how many counters it had before it left the field? It had 2 counters when it left. But it's been building counters since it left. Do you really think I didn't plan this? You fell for it. I should have been an actor. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Mind games. Oh no, I sent cards to the graveyard. You're mad. Oh no, I'm not mad. If I was mad, I would have been mad as a hatter. But I'm not! Did you count how many cards that mentioned Red Dragon Archfiend went to the graveyard? No, why? Because my spell card gains counters for monsters for cards that mention Red Dragon Archfiend in the graveyard too! That's 10 counters altogether! Equaling up to 1,000 points of damage! Crimson Track, you're clear to detonate. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, and by the way, you can't counter this. If you do try to counter it, I wouldn't. Tick, tick. Boom. Goodbye. You can't do do this. We were in the right. You weren't in the right. You were in the wrong. I don't even think the Has-Been Hotel can heal you child abusers. Have fun in the underworld. What do you mean? The portal's reopening for you two. I just brought you back to give you my own form of punishment. Resonators, do your dirty work. On it. Bling, bling, bling. Like we're scared of a bunch of monsters that have musical instruments for weapons. Their weapons open the portal to the underworld. Where do you think the resonators come from? Fairy Tale Land! They come from below us. They're fiends. Get it? This is where I bid you a fiendish farewell. This is where me and my dragons bid you a fiendish farewell. Scarlight? King Calamity? Overkill these two! Go Molten Crimson Calamity Flare! I know, my first overkill. But hey, Roku-kun, Harry Streck, and Paper Luigi 99's Boris and Doris and Elena and Cold Marquez bring it out of me. And don't worry, I plan to torture them soon enough. What? You're still here? The video's over. Go home. You are probably expecting a teaser for my next duel video. I don't have a teaser. My next duel video is in the pipeline, but I don't know what it will involve. This 3-part season 2 finale is gonna be big. Big where you're gonna need to give me time to prepare it. It's big like you're gonna have to give me like, say, a month to prepare it. This season 2 finale is something big. Something that I've never done. Yeah, this rivals the darts thing from season 1. I know what you're thinking. It probably involves the Dark Signers, right? I've been hinting at by playing a lot of Signer Dragon archetypes. No. The Dark Signers will never be a play in this series. This is a tribute to Duel Monsters and GX. Sure, I do use some Pendulum monsters, but that's only because they came in a structure deck. That's only because they came in the structure deck I got. But the finale does involve my Dark World structure deck. It won't involve me dueling my structure deck because I wouldn't want to do that. See you guys next time.